Welcome to Monkey and Frank. My name is Do, and my body is down. And today I wanted to start by reading a message from the Great Mother, Mother Gaia, or in Hinduism, Mother is, Mother is basically everything that is this world. Mother is life. Mother takes life, gives life, and that message was written by my soul brother that was tripping beside me when we went to Ayahuasca, when we went to Peru in the last ceremony. You should have seen him. He was tripping so freaking hard. But he was one with Mother. And through his journey, he healed a lot of us that were there in Peru, and probably healed a lot of the world as well. And he wrote this beautiful message that came directly from Mother. So I wanted to share it with you. So, message from the Great Mother, December 2019, Friday the 13th. That's right. That our last ceremony was on Friday the 13th. It was so powerful. This is your mother speaking. I have many names: Mother Nature, Gaia, Earth Mother, Mother Goddess. I am the Great Mother to you all. Ayahuasca is one of my daughters. Think of her as the wise school teacher. She helps us understand and communicate. She's an excellent teacher. I'm actually really young. People keep confusing that fact. I am old compared to you, but compared to God, I am a 17-year-old girl. Please keep in mind that I'm still learning. So why do you exist? It's very simple. You are my eyes. I see through you. I see myself, but more importantly, I see God. It's through you that I mature and become to understand God. You can also have your own relationship to God, if you wish, but good luck, because I'm still trying to figure it all out. It's better if you focus your energy on me. My message is simple. Be a regulator of energies and talk to me. Regarding the first part, energies are real. Everything is energy. I am sure Ayahuasca has taught you this. You must regulate these energies through ritual. It doesn't matter which one you choose, as long as you identify the energy and effectively purge, channel, and direct them. Regulating energies will keep you healthy and allow for a more direct connection between us. The second part, talk to me. Our relationship is simple, mother and child. I love you, and I have an immense power to heal you and make you vital and strong. In doing so, I get to see more of God, which is my purpose. Eat plants that call to you. These are my children too. Each has its own unique personalities and will guide you to me. It's through ingesting plants and being directly with me in nature that we can better speak to one another. I also need quiet. Unblock chaotic energies. Be quiet. Be in nature. Eat plants. These are my channels to you and your path of continued healing. Most of your experience is me, but God is also in you and all around, and some small part is free will. Outside of the influence of God or I am the creator and taker of lives, the birth and death of my children. Most of death is my doing, but sometimes God takes some of you. For what reason, I do not know. I do take lives I cannot see through. Those too blocked with contradictory energies. This is the revenge of nature. I need a direct line through you in order to accomplish my purpose. I know that when you die, you leave me and go to Sapoland. If you develop a relationship with me through continued healing, you will, in all likelihood, die naturally of old age. At some point, you must eventually leave me because God wants you. There's nothing worse than ungrateful children. God and I gave you life so I could see. I want to see. And this only happens when we can communicate clearly. When we talk, I see God, and that's my purpose. Your purpose is to help your mother achieve her purpose, seeing and understanding God. Be with me. Talk with me. Tell me how you're doing. How can I help you? I have the power to heal everything, unless God wants you for some reason. Don't forget that I love you. I want to see my children thrive. I love you all so much. Ayahuasca is proud of you all. Please make me a proud mom. Regulate your energies. Be quiet. Eat plants. Be in nature. And talk to me. I hope to hear from you soon. With great love, Mom. When I heard that message, when he spoke that message beside me during the integration circle the next morning of our fourth ceremony, it blew my mind. It's as if he was talking to me. It was crazy. I've never heard of Mother before. I had heard of ayahuasca, but not Mother. And for a while, I thought that ayahuasca was kind of like a channel to Mother. But like he said in his message, all plant medicine is kind of like teachers to us so that we can learn spirituality and be with Mother so that she can see God. And it really aligns with what I had felt, what I was feeling about, like we are all a reflection of God, and yeah, and plant, and oh my God, it was amazing. To me, Mother, this year after my trip to Peru was such a huge, and still is. I talk to her all the time, but she is a huge influence. Without her, I wouldn't have been able to become who I am today. And I also want to attribute her to the idea that from one day to another, by me doing meditation on her, doing the Wim Hof breathing and concentrating on her, my mind became so quiet, so quiet. And it still is. And it allowed me to awake, like to have an awakening. Mother is everything to me. I talk to her all the time. It's funny because I talk to her all the time by being here and now. It's like an honor thing. Because my mind is silent, I have to kind of talk in my mind so that I can have a voice. And when I do talk in my mind, like let's say, it's mostly gratefulness. Thank you, Mother, for this. Thank you for that. Thank you for this. And often I will ask questions and I will get the answers through my illusion, through what's going on around me. And it's crazy, crazy beautiful. Another experience that was really, really touching with Mother is when I had that mushroom trip that was showing me how much I hated my body. When I went outside and I took in the cannabis teacher to help me, cannabis allowed me to empower Mother so that I could get out of my pain, of the pain that I was going through. And Mother just took over my body and was telling me, like, chill, like, you're scared, you're hurt. I see that, you didn't have a good relationship with your body, but it's now time to change. Now you see the truth. You see that you are not this body. I own everything. I own your body, your thoughts, your feelings. I am you. And your job in this is only to witness and to observe what is in front of you and to allow and surrender to me so that I can learn God. And that never left me. Since then, I've been body samadhi and mind samadhi. And and I attribute it all to Mother. So if you're listening to this and you create your own relationship with Mother, I encourage you to continue and to grow and to, like the message say, eat the plants, go outside and talk to her. Turn your inner monologue into her voice. Your thoughts, your inner monologue does not belong to you. You think that because you had these experiences and you think that your body is yours, that you think is you. But when you wake up to the illusion, you will notice that voice, that inner monologue inside of you is a force for good. And it can be a force for only positivity if you want. I mean, I remember I am the perfect example. My thoughts, my inner monologue was so negative. So negative. It was pushing me to kill myself. It was pushing me to, like, suicide was such a big thing in my mind. And how disappointed I was. And I kept, and even now, often, when I forget that this body does not belong to me, and I see it every day when I drive, I still have the old grooves of being, it's like me against the world. It's as if when I'm driving, nobody else should be on the road. And it's such a bad habit. And I was thinking about it a lot today on how I created a sort of like a monster inside of me when driving, because I, I was such a little racer. I was such a little jerk back in the day when I would drive. I would always want to be in front, and I'm the one that I didn't want any red lights. I wanted to get to my destination as soon as possible, and that's bullshit. And today, I notice it as I drive. If somebody cuts me off, there's a thought again. The voice comes in my head and said, "Oh, that motherfucker," and I know that it's the ego. And then I turn to Mother and I say, "Oh, I'm sorry. I know that when I say that, I'm actually saying that to myself." And right away, I get this peace that gets over me, and it's like, ah. And now I don't notice the red lights anymore. I look up, I see the sky, I see the beauty, I see life, and time just disappears, and I don't need time. And it's just so magical when you allow and when you surrender to the force of Mother. I was afraid that now that I'm 10 days sober off of cannabis, I was afraid that without cannabis I wouldn't have a direct connection to Mother. And I'm so happy to say that I was wrong. The connection is stronger because I'm looking at myself more. The uncomfortable feeling that I got the first few days off of cannabis made me realize so much about the traumas that I need to observe to be able to heal in order for Mother to see God. And because the more you heal traumas, the more you have a flow inside of you instead of obstructions, so when you have obstruction, when if you close your eyes and you take a few deep breaths and right away you think of boredom or you want to do something else, you know that you're running away from something. And that's when you ask, and that's when you talk, and that's when you turn to Mother and say, "Hey, help me with these blockages. I want to flow like the river. I want your love, your infinite love, so that I can just continue this work." The other day I was thinking of the Unabomber. I listened to the documentary on Netflix because it's so interesting. I didn't know about him. I didn't know about his manifesto, about how he thought that technology was gonna have a mind on its own, a mind of its own, and become uncontrollable. And it's true. Every prediction that he did is kind of coming true with technology and science and everything like that. But when I turned to Mother and I asked her, like, this is crazy, like this system, this machine, we won't be able to stop it, and it's going to take over, and it's actually controlling us in so many ways. It's going to have the ability to basically mind control us, because I know, and we know, that marketing works. Subliminal message work. We are so easily controlled as humans. It's not even funny. It's crazy how easily controlled we are. And then I was telling her, are we screwed? Are we gonna... And her response was, no, absolutely not. this is just an illusion. And what I want out of this system, out of this it's as if she's the one that's controlling the machine, the system, because she wants to be closer and closer to God. And she's saying that the awareness that will come out of that machine, imagine having 1,000 brains, even more, trillions of brains connected in series, and being able to think of God or Mother or spirituality or life all at once. The power of that awareness is what we're going towards. And she was telling me, the more that you see the world going towards chaos and disorder and like misery, like almost like a great war, that's when you get the great people on the other side doing, like, how can I explain it? The greater the darkness, the greater the light. So the more that the earth is going to go towards darkness, and we see it, the animals are dying, pollution, plastic everywhere, like smog, and you name it, the more that there's going to be the light on the other side. And you can see it now too, like they call it the Great Awakening. There's more and more people that are awakening to spirituality, to the idea that life is based out of love, and love is everything. And no matter how much suffering there is, that suffering has a purpose, and that purpose is to teach us. And the awakening that people are experiencing is like me, and it's crazy. We're all somehow getting united. I mean, it's crazy how many people I'm meeting that are spiritual and that are on the same quest to enlightenment, and that's just absolutely amazing. So I don't want to tell you guys what to think but don't be afraid. If you are here and now and you observe your body, your mind, your soul, and your environment, and you surrender and let go into this spirituality, then that's all that matters. This earth will die one day. The sun will explode. We are already dead. Mother has already taken all of our lives and is the one in control. There is no past, there is no future. There is only here and now. I was also shown addiction because of my sobriety of cannabis. I've been shown that cannabis is not the problem. Tobacco is not the problem. Not that I'm a tobacco smoker. If you would smoke mapacho or pure tobacco, there is absolutely nothing wrong with that, as long as you are not abusing the plant, as long as you are being spiritual, as long as you're being spiritual and respectful of the energies and the frequencies and the spirits that come from these plants to show you, help you, make you grow. That's all that matters. We will all die. People think, oh, I don't want to smoke because I don't want to die of cancer. Now, again, I'm not talking about those goddamn cigarettes with all of those chemicals in it. I'm talking about the pure tobacco. If you're able to get your hands on pure tobacco, pure cannabis, pure, whatever you name it, the mushroom, ayahuasca, LSD, that's a pure molecule, 5-MeO-DMT, DMT, NN-DMT. All of these substances, if you use it with Mother in order for her to see God, or in order for you to unblock so that you can regulate your energies and your frequencies, then fucking go at it. You will die one day. It doesn't matter how you die, cancer, getting hit by a bus. I am looking forward to it because I am excited to see Mother, or to see God, or to see, it doesn't matter. I'm just so looking forward to the results of my work here on this earth. Mother is telling me right now that the most important thing, to talk to her, and through that, through talking to her and being there with her, she will show you love. And through that love, you'll be able to create self-love. And self-love is the most important thing that you can do in your life so that you can become, your full potential. Your full potential. Shame does not belong here. Fear is based out of love. Everybody has fear. Do not be afraid of fear. Fear is a friend. Anger is a friend. The only one that is not there to serve you is shame. Shame does not belong in your heart. Anger is based out of love. If you are angry, it's because you love something. And when you realize when you realize that, and you realize that Mother is real, and she is always with you, always guiding you, and always protecting you, then you know that you're not alone. You're never alone. No matter how alone you feel, no matter how alone I feel, I am not alone. I've got this body. This body is not mine. I can look at it from a point of view that I need to take care of it because it's taking care of me right now. It's allowing me to grow and to be with Mother and to allow me to exercise, eat well. Even if I would be sick, it does not matter. You always can put an effort towards talking to Mother. I wanted to thank you all for listening. And Mother wants to thank you for listening as well. This is such a beautiful ceremony I just did with you guys. And I did it without cannabis. I did it with me and Mother. I feel like a vibrating sensation all throughout my entire body. I feel so blessed to be able to record this and just send it to the world. Technology is not a bad thing. Technology will unite us. So if you can, try to be silent. Try to understand that you are love. You are safe. You are enough. And you are blessed. You are not this body. You are not this thought. You are the observer of this illusion. Here and now is all that matters. The future, the past, it does not exist. Don't worry. Mother will take care of you. If you want to wake up tomorrow morning at 5, go to sleep. Ask for Mother to wake you up at 5, and I guarantee you, you will wake up at 5. Trust. I am trust. Monkey and Frank for life. Monkey and Frank. Monkey and Frank. Love you guys.